Amazing. What a start. And that was always going to make it tough. We didn't expect that, so well done to Bournemouth. But they've played really well.
And well done to Philip Billing. He is now officially the second fastest scorer in the Premier League. Shane Long still holds that record. Alan knocked down to fourth. Now, Neto in the Bournemouth goal. You obviously expected a busy afternoon. Arsenal's response was good. How good was this double save, Shane?
Yeah, really good. This was just shortly after they scored as well. So a brilliant double save. Gets down really well to his left. It's in the corner, and the best thing about it as well, goalkeepers work out every single day. He's getting up quick off the ground, Steve, and he gets up, makes himself really big on the second one. But this is a brilliant save because it's right in the corner. It's difficult to get that away from trouble, and he gets up so fast and hits him just above the shoulder. It's a brilliant double save.
And Ramsdale was involved, Lucas, at the other end. I mean, Bournemouth had a real chance here to double their lead.
No, absolutely. I mean, when they get that break here, I mean, look at that. Odango at the right-hand side. I mean, I think he would have finished that. He would have just chipped it in there. But what a good chance. But what a break as well. I mean, absolutely brilliant.
It's a great save. I mean, we talk about when you win the Premier League, you have to have your goalkeeper make big saves. And that could be massive at the end of this game. If they get back in and win the game, I think that's a key moment. A brilliant save from Ramsdale.
Could Arsenal have had a penalty in that first half, Alan?
Yeah, absolutely they could have, yes. I mean, this would have been given last season, there's no doubt about that. The bar is slightly higher this season, which is what we all wanted. I guess they would say, is it beneath the sleeve? I think it is, his arm's out. I think Bournemouth are extremely lucky there.
Yeah, for me it's a penalty. I'm not 100% sure the laws of the game have changed them slightly. I think it's below the short sleeve, but he's got a Under Armour long sleeve. It's difficult for the referee to see, but I think that's a handball.
Yeah.
Is there a centre-backs union, or are you making that three out?
Not anything, but I think for that, any time it could be given.
His fingers. OK, so plenty to talk about around the Premier League in the first half, not least of which the leaders behind to the team second from bottom in the Premier League at half-time at the Emirates. What a 45 minutes ahead.
And what character shown here by Arsenal today. They were behind after only 9 seconds. They then fell 2 down. But goals from Partey, White, and then Reece Nelson, right at the death, have pulled off the most sensational Arsenal win. 4 straight wins, they go 5 clear. But this might be the most significant day in the title race so far. Arsenal 3, Bournemouth 2.
Joe, thank you. What an extraordinary day in the Premier League, and at the top of it, look at those scenes at the Emirates. For the first time in 11 years in the Premier League, Arsenal have come from 2 goals down to win a game. And of all the players they've used this season, it is Reece Nelson, who hadn't even played 90 minutes in total this season, who has scored just his 4th ever league goal with the last kick of the game, and it restores their 5-point lead at the top, and both Arsenal and Manchester City have 12 games left to play, and those Bournemouth faces there left to reflect on what might have been. But just look at the reaction and the smile on the face of Mikel Arteta, and you do wonder, Alan, just how significant a moment in the title race that is.
Is it 2 of the last 3 games they've won with the last kick of the game? Do you just get the feeling that this might be Arsenal's time? How many times have we said it? I said it before the game. Doesn't matter how, you just have to find a way. And to their credit, I know that Bournemouth will be sick. They'll be sick. And they'll complain about the extra time. I get that and I understand that. But to Arsenal's credit, the way they kept going, his substitutions, Ben White at half-time came on, made a huge difference. Reece Nelson, what a difference he's made. So, yeah, this is... You just get the feeling. I mean, I got it a couple of weeks ago, but then again, it makes it stronger now with what's happened here this afternoon. 2-0 down. I mean, the character to come back again with the last kick of the game is superb, and the atmosphere in that stadium tells you what they feel.
It's bouncing, Lucas. It feels so significant.
Absolutely amazing. I think, credit to Bournemouth. I mean, they started well. You know, I think they've set the standard, to be honest. I mean, for Arsenal to come back, it's the last kick of the game. It's absolutely amazing. It shows a lot of character in those players. But Reece Nelson, I mean, as you said, that he hasn't even played 90 minutes. I mean, absolutely ecstatic. You know.
He's the story of the day. The other side of the story is, of course, Manchester City players relaxing with their families back at home, thinking Arsenal were going to drop points. I mean, that's another twist in this race.
I'm sitting here thinking they drop points as well. I thought it was definitely a 2-2. You've got to give them great credit. Of course, Nelson scores in the last minute, but you've got to feel for Bournemouth, as the lad said. You know, they've put in an unbelievable shift, and to lose in the last kick of the game. Behind Nelson, you can see Ramsdale, I mentioned at half-time, an unbelievable save in the first half, another big save in the second half. And I said as well, when you win the Premier League, you need your goalkeeper to make big saves in important moments, and he's done that today. But, you know, great credit to the they went right to the death, of course. But it feels, Steve, you're right, it feels that this is a moment in the Premier League that it could be the day they think they've got one hand on the trophy. Perhaps that's too early, and maybe I hope so, but it's a brilliant result for Arsenal.
And when Alan talks about character, that is 15 points Arsenal have recovered from losing positions already in this Premier League season. Just listen to the atmosphere. I mean, they are partying almost like they've won something, but they know the significance. It's absolutely huge. What another extraordinary day. And at the top, both the top two have won in very different circumstances, so they both have 12 left to play, and the gap is 5 points with Arsenal still to go to the Etihad. Of course, earlier on, Newcastle missing the opportunity to close the gap on Spurs, who have since been beaten, so it's over to Liverpool tomorrow, who welcome third place Manchester United. I think we need to take a big, deep breath, but there's more to come from Alan, Lucas and Shay. If there's ever evidence of why we love the Premier League, quite simply, this moment was it. Reiss Nelson, he played less than 90 minutes all season. He'd only ever scored 3 goals in his life, and he's just done that to every single gunner around the world. What a moment for Reiss Nelson.
Reiss, congratulations on scoring the winner in such an important race to do with the title race. How good does this feel?
No, it feels amazing, you know. When the ball came out, I was just so excited, and my eyes lit up, so just happy with the goal and happy with the 3 points.
And the look on your face when that went in, and the rest of the Arsenal players as well.
It's been a rough couple of months for me, you know. Of course, just come back from injury, so everyone's known how hard I've worked in the background, you know. So of course, when that goal went in, everyone went crazy, and it was a great moment for me.
And to have all the players around you, you speak about the tough times you've come through after following that thigh injury, but then scoring a goal like that for a club that you've played for since you were a youngster. Yeah,
I've been there all my life, you know, and of course, Arsenal means a lot to me. But of course, at the end of the day, we want to win games, and of course, it's a team sport, and that's what we look towards, you know, so I just have to be a part of it.
Could you have struck it any better? No,
I think it was sweet enough, so I was delighted for it to go in, but it was a great strike.
And when you came on as a substitute, what did Mikel Arteta say to you before you came onto the pitch?
We just said this to keep wide, you know, use my strengths, go 1v1 against the fullback, and that's what I tried to do, and happy with the assist and the goal, so happy days for us.
And how relieved are you to get the goal that could prove to be really important in this title race?
Yeah, like I said, I'm delighted with the goal, and yeah, hopefully it's the first of many.
Well done, massive congratulations, thank you.
Thank you very much.
The Premier League throws up these scenarios. I mean, it's impossible to say before this game, well, Reiss Nelson's back from injury. He's played 64 minutes all season. He's only ever scored 3 times in the Premier League. That he's going to swing his foot like he did in the 97th minute and score this goal of this significance.
Well, I very much doubt he'll ever score a more important goal. If Arsenal go on to win the title, this will be looked upon as one of the games that they did it, because it's moments like that, pieces of magic like that, that you've got to cling to, you've got to hope to, and you've just got to find something special. And for it to be only his 4th career goal, it only played 64 minutes this season. I mean, you couldn't write that script. No one's given him a mention all season. For him then to come in and play a part as he has done now, you can see the reaction, what him, his teammates, and of course all the fans towards him. Just incredible.
And the belief and the togetherness we saw at the end, what could this do for Arsenal in their last 12 games now, do you think, Lucas?
Yeah, I think that will lift them up big time. I think the confidence now, I think they do believe as well that they can go all the way. But, you know, the whole game, I mean, you said in the start, you saw how Bournemouth packed, you know, at the back. You know, and even now, towards the end of the goal, they were just defending for life. And they come up, you know, in a set piece, you know, such a clinical finish. You know, we couldn't have hit it better than that. It was absolutely amazing. And I think it is, this is be a moment of the season, to be honest, for Arsenal, and surely.
Yeah.
When people say you need a squad to win the league, I mean, like Alan says, this guy, because of injury, because of form, has not even had a mention. 64 minutes in total in the league.
It's a bit of a fairy tale, really, when you think about it. He's been there since he was a kid. You imagine his parents were bringing him to training as a young kid through the system, through the academy. As you say, 64 minutes this season. And you could see the togetherness within the squad after he scored that goal. They were happy for him because me and Al, Lucas probably been there. We've all been injured in our careers. We've all had them lonely afternoons in the gym, doing all these tireless exercises and rehabilitation and trying to get back to a level. And that's just the icing on the cake. When you do come back from injury and score a winning goal like that, the importance of that goal, Steve, is massive. And the lift that gives both the player and the football club gives them huge belief. And I mentioned they've now got more points from losing positions than any other team in the league.
Well, that tells you
they don't know when they're beating this side.
That tells you they've got great character. That tells you they're going to keep on going. And that also tells you they ain't going anywhere without a fight. So that I think is such a huge result for them going forward. Obviously, you look at the points difference, and it is what it is. But in terms of the mental side of things and the confidence and the belief that it not only gives the people within the football club, but it gives the fans. I mean, you can see the reaction in the Emirates there of the fans. You would think they actually won the league today. But what also that does is, as a player, do not uplift you as a player. Yeah. Unbelievable afternoon for them.
What a headline coming from the Emirates Stadium and North London at the top of the Premier League.